for brands that are at the moment, starting to look into their returns process, what kind of tips and information can you share on how the brands can create a returns process that is both simple and successful?
I think definitely number one will be to have really clear return policy with providing step-by-step instructions on how the item should be returned. Also on a packaging instructions or any documentation if needed, because we often see that nowadays in the e-commerce world, customers are really expecting to have hassle-free return process. And that is also at the end really important for the long-term loyalty of the customers. Second one for sure will also be transparency and visibility. Really important one, because customers want to be informed and want to be aware of the every step of their return, which is of course at the end also follow with the refund time, which also needs to be done within the quick time frame. Of maybe exchange process, depends what brand can offer. Then customer support as well. Even if things are going wrong, I think customers should be able to contact customer service via live chat or email to receive the quick support. And one what is also really important is to provide your customers multiple options for the return shipping. This is of course really depending on their target group, because we do see that for some brands, their customers prefer label in a box as the most easiest solution. Where for the another brands, customers do really prefer to initiate online return, to print label by themselves. Also to not forget sustainability, QR codes are getting really popular. And this doesn't necessarily mean that we need to provide 10 different options, but I think providing 2 or 3 different ones should be enough.
And that's also, of course, highly dependent on the type of product and the type of, target customer of the brand, because I can imagine that Gen Z, fast fashion, low cost brand is completely differently looking at the process than, let's say, a high street, high luxury brand.
Exactly. That is also what we see in reality by our customers. Indeed, based on a target customer, we also try to advise our customers what will be the best return solution and what they should be offering to their customers, also to make it easy and efficient.
So that's not something that they would need to definitely 100% need to determine for themselves. We can actually help them.
No, we can their support. And I think what they can do on their end is also thereby data analyzing is also really crucial to see the feedback of their customers. Because of course, when they are starting, we can advise them, but at the end can also turn that customers are expecting something else, which is also fine. And then we can also adjust.
Okay, but that sounds like that not only Bleckmann needs to be agile and adapting to changes, but also the brand needs to have a mindset that it needs to stay agile and flexible in its approach of returns towards their customers.
Yes, of course. For customers, it's also really crucial to stay flexible. And we as a Bleckmann can support them based on our analysis, because we also know what is now popular on the market and what end customers are requesting.
Okay.
And expecting at the end.
Well, absolutely, of course. And I'm the paying customer, so I would like to get the service that I'm expecting.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And what is, I think, also really important is that having a clear and simple return process can change the possible negative experience of the customer who received the item that doesn't look as they expected, doesn't fit them, to the positive experience if they could return that item on really easy way, get their money back on a time, and have like full transparency and visibility during the complete process.
No, it's absolutely true. And so several reports and researchers have pointed out that a happy return customer is a returning customer. So absolutely true. It's a very important pillar of the overall service offering towards the customer.